Southeast Asian leaders are calling for an end to military violence in Myanmar. It follows crisis talks in Jakarta with the junta leader. General Min Aung Hlaing attended a high-level summit at the weekend with leaders from the 10-country Association of Southeast Asian Nations. The group will provide a special envoy to help facilitate mediation and will travel to Myanmar. The military seized control of the country in a coup on the 1st of February. Well, we're joined now by Phil Robertson, Deputy Director of the Asia Division of Human Rights Watch in Bangkok. Thanks very much for joining us on Good Morning Europe. Does this deal agreed at this summit over the weekend with the Myanmar military go anywhere near resolving the crisis?
Oh, it's much too early to say that. I mean, this is just the very beginning of this process. And there's a lot of holes that were left in that consensus that was reached by ASEAN. For instance, the whole issue of whether political prisoners will be released. That was something that was in earlier versions of the statement, but it was left out in the final agreement, raising the fundamental question of who are they going to actually go talk to? Who are they going to go negotiate with? Who's going to represent the people of Myanmar, since quite clearly the military government is so unpopular that no one follows them.
And was there any discussion or inclusion of a call to restore democracy, for instance?
No, that was left out. I mean, all these details in terms of human rights, restoration of democracy, how to get to some sort of meaningful negotiation was left out in favor of just the simple procedural issues. I mean, that the fact that they're going to have a special envoy, the fact that they're going to have a visit to the country. It was really, to be honest, a sort of minimal agreement. And everybody was a little bit surprised they got this far, since it was expected that the military in Myanmar would oppose some of these things. But we think that they're playing for time, that they are using this opportunity to sort of try to blunt the effort by the international community to hold the military accountable.
What is the situation like now in the country?
It's an ongoing tug of war between the people who are engaged in a mass strike against the government to try to shut down the economy and make the country ungovernable by the military, versus the military who has been shooting people on the street left and right. The big first test is whether there's going to be a step back from violence, whether the military will send its people back to the barracks and allow people to peacefully protest or not.
Does this summit do anything to put them off carrying out more violence?
Well, I think it certainly increases the level of international engagement. It offers the hope that there might be some way to discuss these issues with the military government, but it's not clear at all that there is any willingness or commitment from the military to change the path they're on.
Phil Robertson from Human Rights Watch, thanks very much for joining us on the programme.